Again.
Hey, it's halftime.
Hello, sports. It's Donovan and Sean. We are here to talk about 28-3. The Cowboys up on the Patriots at halftime. It was a great defensive showing for the Cowboys in the first half. They intercept Mac Jones once. Deron Bland runs one back. They cause a fumble of Mac Jones once. Dante Fowler stripped the ball, and Leighton Vander Esch, who Sean gave all the credit to, scores the touchdown.
I can't cheer for a player scoring a touchdown, I guess. Sorry. I'm not just cheering for the white guy, okay?
It sounds like it to me, and the Cowboys are up 28-3. Sean, give me your first initial overall impressions of half number one.
Defense excellent. Mac Jones under pressure is not good. He threw one of the worst interceptions I think I've ever seen, the Deron Bland pick six. But for me, and we talked about this in the pregame, this was kind of like a prove-it game for Dak. Dak wasn't very good last week. This offense has sort of meandered a little bit. Obviously, the red zone 0 for 2 so far today, but Dak has been stellar, 19 of 22. They took a deep shot to CeeDee Lamb. It worked out, and they did that right after Christian Gonzalez went out with an injury, and they attacked the backup corner. I thought that was fantastic. And so far, Dak is effective, through the air. The ground game, you really haven't needed it so far. You'll definitely see that in the second half as McCarthy will likely get, I would imagine, a little conservative with the play calling, having a 25-point lead.
Well, if they continue to move the ball up and down the field, I promise you, once they get into the red zone, there's going to be no conservative actions about it because they do need to figure this out. Right now, it may not be a problem, but if you just want to put the foot on the throat of New England, you just keep playing your game and running your offense. I didn't listen to the postgame show. I'm sorry, the pregame show, but I didn't feel like it was a prove-it game for Dak. I just think this offense as a whole last week did really good between the 20s and just couldn't do anything in the red zone. And I know everyone wants to get a little more sexier of an offense so they can see throws, long throws, and great plays and all that. But, man, if you are just going to be as efficient as you are right now, even with this offense looking like that, I think you should take it. There are going to be points where you're going to have to go downfield with the ball when necessary. Yep. But right now, with the way this defense is playing, I will bet you this is how they forecast this whole entire season. The offense efficient, not making mistakes, and defense being dogs, and defense going out there and making plays. And it's about turnovers, and it's been about turnovers for this defense. But when you have the added bonus of them scoring a couple of touchdowns, now it just makes this overall team effort look incredible as they have been dominant on the defensive end. They let the first drive of New England go down the field. They stopped them in the red zone, forced them to kick a field goal. But then after that, man, they haven't been close. This defense has been really good.
Yeah, they've been excellent. And really what this does, this takes the running game, I guess, off the table for New England being down so much. And Zeke Elliott, who got – again, we were being forced the end of the Washington-Philadelphia game in overtime on our screen, so we didn't get to see the reaction or hear it as they were putting a video tribute up for Zeke, which, by the way, Zeke has 4 carries for 14 yards. Ramondre Stevenson isn't doing much better. So I'm curious how much they'll actually run the ball in the second half, and if Mac Jones continues to have to put it up, maybe there's 2-3 more takeaways. That could be a thing.
After giving up 182 yards in the first half rushing to Arizona, this half they've given up 32 yards on 13 carries. Just 2.5 yards a carry for the Cowboys defense. And, yeah, Mac Jones dropped back 17 times, and that's a perfect formula for Dallas on defense if they want to stay in this game and they can just go after the quarterback. A little concern for Michael Parsons, hurting his ankle, but he came back in the game.
He's playing, so,
and now it's one of those, kind of weighing your options on, do you not even worry about it? You're going to play them early in the third quarter. They know this game isn't over, and they're going to continue to play. But if it gets to a point where you're just dominating them, hey, man, sit the lion down. Let everyone else go hunt for the lion, and he can just sit back and enjoy all the prey. So they're in a great position here. Let's talk about the offense for just a second because you see Dak trying to get this offense going, trying to see what semblance of this offense that you want to show. And they spread it around. And I think they were really good earlier this year by spreading the ball around, using all of your weapons. And right now, 2, 4, 6, 8 players have at least one reception in this offense, and that's great. And Schoonmaker should have had a touchdown, but he dropped that bad boy. So,
but Jake Ferguson, hey, 6 catches so far, kind of emerging as the tight end one with Hendershot out with an injury today. They had to bring up McEwen, who's more of a blocker. That's positive. Michael
and
Gallup.
Schoonmaker dropping stuff.
Yeah.
Quit dropping stuff, man.
But Michael Gallup showed something last week. He's got 3 catches early today. Obviously, Lamb, the deep touchdown. It's good to see the receivers in the game.
Finally, Sean. Finally, a wide receiver touchdown.
I don't want to see Deuce Vaughn on third down as a blocking back because the one time Dak got sacked in this one, he and the offensive line just failed. And I guess that's the one thing I really want to see in the second half is just sometimes punts are okay if things aren't working out. Just keep your quarterback healthy. You're obviously banged up on the offensive line. We don't need any more injuries there. And maybe some Rico Dowdle to take the pressure off of Tony Pollard, who entered this week with the most touches in the NFL. Obviously, if you can give your backup some carries, hell, give me some Hunter Lepke. See how he can run the ball. That's where we're at with a 25-point lead.
Yeah, 9 touches for Tony Pollard in the first half. And the Cowboys are rolling. Their defense is setting the tone today. After giving up that first drive where they gave up the field goal, after that, it has been pretty much lights out for the Cowboys. They've gained some yards up and down the field, got a first down or 2. But other than that, when you allow a punt, then they got to the field goal. They went for it on 4th down and didn't get it. They tried the Philadelphia play up the middle. That didn't happen for against Dallas's defense. Then the fumble return for a touchdown. They punted. Then the pick 6 by Bland. So the defense has been great, and they're going to tell each other, don't freaking let up because we want to put them out of their misery. You don't see New England and Dallas a ton. So as Belichick goes, you got to get them while they're down. And the Cowboys have not been good in this series for a long time against New England. So a chance to put the hammer down and take care of Belichick. If it's right there, you take care of it.
Also, less penalties in the first half of this one.
Heck yeah.
Keep it clean in the second half. Stay healthy. You got a big showdown with the 49ers next week. And barring disaster, this team's going to be 3-1.
Well, hot damn. That's right. Let's prepare ourselves for the postgame show. It's myself, it's Matt McLaren, and Justin Montemayor.
Monty.
Will be on the postgame show.
Son of a bitch.
Just
I'm tuning in.
Blanking it up all up and down your radio dial. So thank you for listening. Go back, watch the second half, and then turn on the ticket for the postgame show, and you will not be disappointed. Yeah, you will not